the US ambassador to South Africa has accused the country of supplying weapons to Russia, despite its professed neutrality in the war in Ukraine. The accusation is based on a Russian ship that was loaded with ammunition and arms in Cape Town last December. President Cyril Ramaphosa's office said it was disappointed by the claims and said no evidence has been provided to support them. The US has been critical for months about South Africa's continued cozy relationship with Russia. In response, the South African government announced the establishment of an independent inquiry led by a retired judge. If the claims are true, they not only weaken South Africa's claim of neutrality, but some may even go as far as saying the country is complicit in the ongoing aggression of Russia in Ukraine. The details around the arms cache are still thin, and it is not clear if the weapons would have been acquired from a state-owned arms company, or a weapons company based in South Africa. At the heart of the issue for South Africa now will be the impression this could create, that the country is not only non-aligned but has in fact chosen to be a soft ally to Russia, at a time when some Western countries see Russia as an aggressor guilty of human rights violations. South Africa has modern-day ties with Russia because they are members of the BRICS alliance, a group which represents some of the world's leading emerging economies, including China, Brazil and India. South Africa's governing African National Congress, ANC, also has long-standing ties with Russia. South Africa was faced with a diplomatic dilemma in March after the International Criminal Court, ICC, issued an arrest warrant against Russian President Vladimir Putin. Mr. Putin was due to attend an upcoming BRICS summit in South Africa in August, but the warrant meant that Pretoria would have to detain him on arrival. In response, last month Mr. Ramaphosa said the ANC had decided that South Africa should quit the ICC, before backtracking hours later citing what his office called a communications error. Historically, South Africa had a thriving arms industry, selling weapons to countries across the continent. South Africa's authorities have been less than pleased with the accusation from the US ambassador, saying the matter should have been handled through proper diplomatic channels. It is not enough for the envoy to simply claim the existence of the intelligence, and there will be an expectation from many in South Africa for the US to provide evidence of its claim. The accusation could harm South Africa's international ties, especially with the US, one of its largest trade allies. The scale of South Africa's arms power to date is currently not known. This is a hang-up of claims once made by the US of weapons of mass destruction, which led to the invasion of Iraq some years ago. The matter is still under investigation, and more information is expected to come out in the coming days and weeks.